So we've got Tremane Barr from Safer Technology, Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Kia ora koutou. Let's have a look. I'm here representing Safer Technology, Aotearoa, New Zealand. We were created in 2020 by concerned citizens to educate and advocate in the public interest about the safe use of technology. In general, as an organisation, we agree with the climate strategy of the policy the Council's got. However, we'd like to bring it to your attention that under Goal 3 in Programme 6, that the move away from resource-intensive and high greenhouse emission industries needs to include digital and wireless technology, e.g. ICT, cloud computing and wireless 4G, 5G systems, mobile smartphone use and infrastructure and data centres required to run them, both locally and globally. So why is this? Behind each byte, we have mining and metal processing, oil extraction and petrochemicals, manufacturing and intermediate transports, public works to bury the cables, and power generation with coal and gas. This is from a French quote. As a result, the carbon footprint of the global digital system is already 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions, and its energy consumption rises by 9% per year. As such, our action point number 1 is to say the Council needs to develop a plan that moves towards economic transformation and innovation that is part of a sustainable climate future for Christchurch that does not include mobile, wireless, 4G and 5G systems. So, why is this? We've got 4G now and 5G coming. 6G is being technologically planned for and 7G is on the drawing board. And we have the Internet of Things. And this is going to mean a massive increase in wireless devices, all sending wireless signals back and forth to each other. Now, so lurking behind the threat, behind the promise of 5G delivering up to 1,000 times as much data as today's network, is that 5G could also consume up to 1,000 times as much energy. And it's the same again for 6G and 7G. You're exponentially increasing the amount of power you need to power those systems. As such, the 5G revolution that the cell phone industry is so proud about is likely to prove to be an ecological disaster that could easily wipe out the carbon emission savings of the Paris Accord. As such, we recommend there be a moratorium on the use and continued rollout of the 5G system in Christchurch as to such time it can be proven safe for the climate, people and the environment. The Council needs to help lobby central government to make this a reality. And in reality, this submission was I repurposed it from the one I sent to the government's Climate Change Commission. So we make similar points there as well. So action point 3, we recommend the Council follow a similar process to the French High Council on Climate and assess new mobile phone 4G and 5G technologies from a climate perspective, including the economic, financial, social, health and environmental impacts, including the material footprint. And it's interesting to see that the French and European politicians really do take this seriously. And we're something new here for us to consider. Now, it seems a bit of an oxymoron to say dumb phones are the smartest future for Gen Less, but in reality, the massive growth in the mobile phone industry over the past 25 years has led to a massive increase in greenhouse emissions to power it. The 4G system from 2014 onwards has helped facilitate this massive increase in mobile phone data use and the necessary servers. And this is only expected to increase massively again with the rollout of 5G, because it's not just the phones we hold in our hands, it's what they connect to. And all the electricity it takes to send information back and forth in the servers and all the rest of it, particularly image and data and stuff like that. And a lot of these servers, of course, are located in the cheapest locations, China, e.g. coal-fired power stations. And in our main submission, you see there's an article there on when the people talk about the cloud, they're talking about a cloud of coal gas. That's what the cloud is about. That's what the cloud is primarily powered by, coal-fired and gas-powered stations. So, action point 4, the Council need to directly address the fact that so-called wireless mobile technologies are increasingly contributing to global greenhouse gas emissions. In order to protect the environment, the Council needs to do a full life cycle assessment, environmental, climate and social analysis of how Christchurch can have a wireless communication devices without endangering the climate and environmental and human health. As such, we recommend the move to the new dumb phones, and we recommend that the Council, for example, could issue their own staff with dumb phones. save yourself a lot of money, and keep them safe and the environment safe. So, in the end, whoops, what have we got here? The Emperor's New Clothes. The wireless digital economy is a climate fraud, and that's why I use the term the Emperor's New Clothes. It seems simple and it's flash, and the young ones are well and truly addicted to the systems, and so was I for not so recently as well, till I realised I needed to delete all my social media apps off my mobile phone and just keep it very, very simple. It's just to text and communicate. That's all I really need to do. I'm self-employed. I got rid of the emails from my phone as well. I didn't need it. 99% of the time, 1% of the time I kick myself, but the rest of the time I'm fine. I keep it wired, I keep it on my laptop at home. So STANZ has identified that the council needs to take into account the fact that mobile wireless digital economy is resource intensive and a high greenhouse emitting sector of the economy that is unsustainable for the climate. Just when we need to be moving as a society to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, the mobile wireless 4G, 5G sector of the economy and its supporting ICT and cloud infrastructure is massively increasing its requirements for energy and massively increasing its greenhouse gas emissions, all of which will only make climate change worse. And that's basically the gist of our submission.
Thank you.
I think if we go back to the original figure of 4% there, currently I think it's estimated the global airline industry is about 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions, and they're trending down. That was pre-COVID, obviously. Obviously be less now, but the digital economy is expected to double that, 8% within the next 10 years, if not earlier. And it's only going to grow from there, and there as 6G and 7G kick in as well, if that's allowed to happen. So when it comes to carbon budgets and all the rest of it, the council is going to have to take into account not just as what's here, but also the services that are being used overseas in terms of the servers and all the rest of it that service our mobile phones and our online computing services and stuff like that. So kia ora koutou.
Thank you very much. I mean, it's quite a unique submission and amongst all of the submissions that we've had, but a healthy reminder. I like your version of the cloud thing, because I do know that the data centres use coal-based electricity, and it's an issue that really doesn't get much of a look in when you talk about other industries in the comparison. So thank you very much for your submission. It's been quite salutary and very interesting. Thank you.
Okay. Got it.